they've only gone and bloody done it again. That felt good. Just a no-nonsense, good time sort of game, you know. This one wasn't even on my beloved Premier Sports, this little secret thing that Irish people have to get in at the 3 o'clock blackout. You know what, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just start the video and then I'll start giving out. Liverpool beat Ipswich 4-1 at Anfield to remain 6 points clear with the game in hand, and I'm going to talk all about it. Right, but back to the stream. Absolute pain in the arse. It was, and I tell you, it was one of these streams, like, Twitter is great for getting streams of the match. I found the stream, I'm like, okay, great. And then every 60 seconds it was, make sure to visit whatever, EPL, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I can hear the match going on behind it. I'm like, this is... Cards on the table, I didn't see all the match. You might say that's why we won 4-1 with minimal fuss. Just saying, it's been a while since I haven't seen a match. But I was on a night away with some friends where we were just hanging out, drinking, playing FIFA, watching football, listening to music. It was great. But I did catch the majority of it. I just didn't catch much after our fourth goal. But it was one of those results that you get when you're in form. Even when you are in form, you don't always get matches like this where you're just like, grand. Just a nice, no pressure, no drama. Just a nice, like before a horror movie. You know, the first 10, 15 minutes of a horror movie where you're like, this is nice. Can we just leave it like this before all the shit starts to go wrong? Scoring relatively early, scoring another relatively soon after that, and another after that. So you're just like, first goal, Sobo. You handsome son of a bitch. What a player he's been this season. And particularly what a player he's been even since coming back from that illness recently. Everyone has been raving about his off-the-ball work and his work rate in general, which is great. Now he's starting to bring back some of that early Szoboszlai that we saw. The goal involvement Szoboszlai. A goal that really reminded me of Bobby Firmino against Arsenal, where he absolutely mugs off a defender by taking a little turn to the left on his bad foot. And absolutely handsomes the ball all the way into the goal. The keeper couldn't do anything about it. It's a great finish. And you could tell even with Arne Slot's celebration that he was really like, yes. You know, because it's like, great, let's not have another one of these. It's 61 minutes, 65 minutes, and it's still 0-0. Because then, you know, they didn't even give them a chance to get excited. It was just like, no, that's it. That's the sort of day you're in for, lads. Beautiful goal, outside the box. A fucking yes scale. That's a 7. For absolutely mugging the defender off, sending him for a bag of chips. You know, the keeper does get a touch on it, otherwise it may have been an 8. But open up the scoring, set us up for a nice drama-free day. And if you didn't catch the goal, of course, here is an artistic representation of exactly what happened. Look at him there. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, goal number 2. Who else? First of all, you got Big GAK with beautiful back post cross. And Salah, the way he's able to, he takes it, takes the control on the right, deadens the ball. Is that the expression? And then with the left, I love a good close ranger from Salah right into the roof of the net. And it's always at that end of the pitch as well. But you know those shots high into the net on that side? Like, is it in? Yes! Absolutely fires in. I mean, they know then that that's it, you know. All this feel-good factor that when we played them in the first game of the season, Ed Sheeran's there. They've got their Ed Sheeran sponsors. Nothing wrong with Ed Sheeran. But your team got absolutely mugged off at Anfield today, mate. All right? And I'll tell you, that'll have you crying out loud. The shape of you, more like the state of your team. You won't want to be seeing a photograph of that performance again. It's like this team has picked up some bad habits since we played them in the first game. I'm so sorry. Anyway, you've got you got Mo Salah doing what he does best, getting in among the goals. Even the bow and arrow celebrations back. Satisfying. A fucking yes scale, that's a 7. It's already job done at this stage, but now we're just having some fun with you. And if you didn't catch the goal, of course, here it is in all its crude drawing glory. Pretty much exactly how it happened. And then we bloody scored again. 3 first half goals at Anfield on a 3 p.m. Saturday. That's my weekend sorted. Thanks very much. First of all, the ball from Gravnberch to Szoboszlai. Absolutely sensational. Then Szoboszlai very close, but fucking Big GAK, man. Where is he? Exactly where he needs to be. There you go, mate. 3-0. And at that stage, you're like, okay, not the most aesthetically beautiful goal. If we're ranking it on the fucking yes scale, I'm gonna have to give that a 5.
What?
Now, just hear me out. The integrity of the fucking yes scale depends on these wider scores now. So I'm not gonna be just going 7, 8, 9. And anytime Nunez does anything, a 10. I'm gonna just widen them out a bit. I have to just start, you know. So not the prettiest goal, but happy to see Big GAK. In the first half, he's already bagged himself a goal and an assist. Fucking Big GAK, man. If you didn't catch the match yourself, like me, not to worry, because I've got a crude drawing that will basically tell you exactly how it happened. And a half-time is very much, all right, let's just see this out. And by the way, let me just take a second to talk about Ryan Gravnberch. Fucking hell, man. I mean, I'm seeing reports that Klopp really pushed to get him in. And man, I can see why. Jesus Christ. What a parting gift Jurgen gave us. I mean, and just a little side tangent on Klopp. You know that obviously even the year before Klopp left, that he's considering it. He had considered it even before where he announced he was signing an extra 2-year extension. Everyone was like, oh, fucking brilliant. But you could tell that he had planned to only do it for a certain amount of time. So for him to stay and to implement this team, not to just buy a bunch of players and then fuck off, or not buy any players and then fuck off. He brought in a completely new midfield. I mean, just imagine us without them now. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravnberch, Endo. Imagine if these players weren't at Liverpool. Thank you. Danke, Jurgen. Arne Slot was like, thank you very much, mate. I'll take it from here. Oh, that's how you do it. I mean, it's just how you do it. God, imagine supporting anyone else, you know? For all the people, I know I've said it on a video a couple of weeks ago, but for all the people giving out about, oh, we don't spend this, we don't sort that, we don't do this, who would you swap with? Who the fuck would you swap with? Nobody. Exactly. What a team. I'm not even just a team. I know I'm going off a bit here. I know I watch a lot of the inside training behind the scenes, and they do genuinely, I know it's been said a few times in the last week or two, but they do genuinely just look like a big family. Like I said it before in a previous video, but you know the guy, he's like a famous guy who he wears this dapper stuff, and he's like, what a perfectly symmetrical face you have, you know, to people walking by. They had him outside Man City's ground a year or two ago. And the players are coming in, and he's like, what a charming hairline you have, or, you know, whatever. And the players are like, huh? Like, no one is laughing at it, or no one's like, look, everyone's just like, what was that? You know, and they're getting it, and they're talking to each other about it, and there was just nothing. It was just like, what was that? And not even laughing about it, waiting to see other players coming in to see what he says about them, and laughing with their clique. Nothing. I was like, man, makes me just love my club even more. Anyway, I'm going way off topic here. Let's talk about the best goal of the day. Let's talk about another fucking Big GAK bullet. It was one of those, I mean, you see the ball in from Trent. When he picks out that area, you're just like, yes, yes. So it comes in, I mean, it's just so inviting. I want to get on the end of it, and I can't head for shit. There's genuinely actually nobody else I'd want it to be in world football than Big GAK at that back post. That's what, his third back post diving header. And they're always fucking bullets. The power on this guy. When your feet leave the ground and you connect with a bullet header like that, not even down into the net, just right into that top corner. Fucking Big GAK, man. Fucking yes scale, that was a solid 8. That one made me go, fucking yes, man. And if you didn't catch it in all its glory at the time, fear not, because this crude drawing will give you all the necessary information. Fucking Big GAK, man. And I'll be honest, I didn't catch much of the match after this, but I did see Endo get absolutely fucking cleaned out of it, and the other player got a yellow. What the fuck? I was thinking afterwards, am I just so enraged that someone would do that to my Endo and not only get it red, but not get it fucking arrested? But that's just the way it goes this week. Different ref, different day. Red card all day. That's just where we are with refs now, where it's just like, who are we going to get this week? How many bad calls will there be this week? And then, to be fair, they scored one at the very end. So good luck anyone near Van Dijk in the dressing room, because he'll be pissed off. But at least I can respect the fact that we conceded a definitive goal. You know what I mean? Like, not a trickly, like, oh. It was just one of the, yeah, fine. I can respect that. If you're going to score on us, at least make it a fucking definitive strike, which they did. So, fair dues, Ipswich. But that was it. 4-1. Oh, nice, just no nonsense. You know what I mean? These dramatic ones are great. Still thinking about the Núñez one last week. Like, that seems like a month ago already. And then we had a nice one midweek and another nice one now. We just let the emotions go back to base level and we're just focused on the prize. And it's particularly good timing that a few players have had a bit of a rejuvenation, I feel, lately. Szoboszlai looks rejuvenated. Darwin Núñez, you could say, looks rejuvenated. Harvey Elliott looks like he's going to do something every time he comes on. Salah, I mean, has just been a constant state of rejuvenation. Not even rejuvenation. It's just a constant state of excellence. You know what I mean? So these players are coming into form. Chiesa looks dangerous as well. You know, Gakpo, he's having the season of his life as well. Do you know what I love about us winning? I mean, this is so obvious. But I just don't give a shite about anything that happens. I can watch everything that happens for the rest of the weekend and not think like, shit, they won, or okay, or I would have liked. Doesn't matter. 6 ahead with a game in hand. Do what you want, mate. Not bothered. So we've got to see off PSV midweek in our final Champions League game. Give Gravnberch a rest, please, Big Aaron. And then we're actually what's now become a tricky fixture, it says here. Away to Bournemouth, who absolutely demolished Nottingham Forest 5-0. I quite like that teams like Bournemouth, Fulham, Forest are actually just genuinely good now. Keeps it interesting. I'll have it. Another Saturday, 3 o'clock. My new favourite time slot, to be honest. And also, before I go, thank you very much for the brilliant response to my interview with Clive Tilsley the other day. If you're only here for the football stuff, I'll see you after. For the rest of you, I'll tell you all about it. So I made that sketch about Clive Tilsley where I'm kind of lip syncing over him and another commentator. And Clive liked it and he messaged me and we were just going back and forth. I'm like, look at this, I'm messaging Clive Tilsley here. And then he goes, it might be a good idea if you want to interview me. I was like, and so we set it up and I interviewed him. Now, I say interviewed him. It was really just kind of me going, yeah. I'm like, yeah, please like me. And then I watched it back and I was like, I was dying. I've listened to this guy my whole life and then we have a quick 30 seconds of, yeah, I can see you. Hi, how are you? And then, okay, we get into it. And then all of a sudden I'm asking him a bunch of questions. So like, I was quite nervous. But I do think the conversation actually flowed. And I do think that we actually got on. And luckily he was great and he could just go off. And I was just like, but if you didn't catch it, you can check it out here. And also just want to, again, because I can't thank them individually, but thank you so much to everyone who's bought merch recently. A lot of people opting for the Darwin tees. Great choice, if I may say. Them and the Big GAK t-shirts and everything else is available in the description below if you want one. I'll be back midweek after Liverpool destroy PSV with our reserves. Have a great week and up the fucking Reds.